The gown didn't even belong to me. It hung loosely off my shoulders, the sleeves a little too long, the fabric smelling faintly like someone else's cologne and cheap storage plastic. I kept tugging at it, like somehow adjusting it would make me feel like I deserved to wear it. I didn't. But from where my parents stood, front row, phones raised, eyes shining, I looked exactly like everything they had sacrificed for. My mom was already crying. My dad, who hadn't taken a day off in years, stood straighter than I'd ever seen him, chest puffed out like the weight of our entire family's dreams had finally paid off. He kept waving at me like I might disappear if he didn't. They had no idea. 3 years ago, I stopped being a college student. Not officially at first, it started small, skipping classes, missing assignments, telling myself I'd catch up. I was overwhelmed, burnt out, and too ashamed to ask for help. Back home, failure wasn't an option. My parents hadn't crossed an ocean and worked themselves to exhaustion for their kid to struggle. So I didn't tell them. When I failed my first semester, I lied. I said everything was fine. When I got placed on academic probation, I said it was just a temporary issue. When I finally dropped out, I told them I was taking fewer classes to focus. They believed me. Of course they did. They trusted me completely. Their smart kid, the one who was supposed to make it. And I let that belief carry me deeper into the lie. I picked up random jobs, warehouse shifts, delivery driving, anything that kept me busy and out of the house during the day so my story made sense. I told them about fake professors, fake exams, fake deadlines. Sometimes I'd sit in my car outside the campus I no longer attended, just to keep the illusion alive. I always thought I'd fix it. That was the plan. I'd go back, re-enroll, finish my degree quietly, and they'd never have to know how badly I messed up. I just needed time, but time kept slipping. And then came today, graduation. I didn't even realize how far things had gone until my mom called me weeks ago, her voice bursting with excitement. "We're planning a big celebration," she said. "Your cousins are coming. Your aunt is flying in. We are so proud of you." I remember sitting there in silence, my chest tightening. I could have told them then. I should have. Instead, I said, "Yeah, it's gonna be great." That one sentence locked me into everything that followed. The fake ceremony. The borrowed gown. The pictures I didn't deserve to be in. I told them the university was limiting guest access, so they couldn't attend the actual ceremony. They believed that too. Why wouldn't they? Everything sounded official enough, so we staged it. A friend of mine, one of the few people who knew the truth, helped me get the gown. We found a quiet spot near a different campus, one big enough to look convincing in photos. And now here I was, living the lie in full color. Smile, my cousin shouted, snapping pictures. I forced one. Click. Another one. Click, my mom came over, adjusting my collar like she used to when I was a kid going to school. Her hands lingered on my shoulders. "You did it," she whispered. That broke something in me. Because I didn't. Not even close. The food tables were set up behind us. Dishes my parents had spent days preparing. The smell of home filled the air, mixed with laughter and music from a cheap speaker someone brought. This wasn't just a celebration. This was everything they believed about me. Every late night they worked. Every bill they struggled to pay. Every time they told people back home, "Our child is going to graduate." And here I was, standing in the middle of it, pretending. I caught my reflection in someone's phone screen. I looked happy, proud, successful. It was almost convincing. But inside, it felt like I was being crushed. Every congratulations felt like a lie echoing back at me. Every hug felt heavier than the last. My dad pulled me aside at one point, his eyes glassy. "I wish my parents could see this," he said. "They would be so proud of you." I nodded, unable to speak. Because if they knew the truth, would they still be proud? Or would everything they believed about me collapse in an instant? That question has been sitting in my chest all day, growing heavier, louder. Now the sun is starting to set. The party is still going. People are laughing, eating, celebrating me. And I'm standing here, holding a secret that could shatter everything. I keep thinking, maybe I can still fix this. Maybe I can go back somehow. Maybe I can keep pretending just a little longer until I actually earn this moment. But another voice keeps cutting through that hope. It's too late, because this today was supposed to be the finish line. And it's built entirely on a lie. My mom is calling me over again, probably for another picture. My dad is telling someone, "That's my kid." And I don't know how much longer I can stand here and let them believe that. I don't know if I should tell them tonight, or keep this secret alive just a little longer. The sky had turned that soft orange, pink color that only lasts a few minutes before everything fades into night. It felt like a countdown. My mom called me over again, her voice bright and proud. "One more picture. This time with everyone." Everyone. I looked around. My cousins, laughing and pushing each other into place. My aunt wiping her eyes. My dad already standing tall, one hand ready to land on my shoulder like he'd done my whole life. This was it, the picture they'd frame. The one they'd send back home. The proof that everything they endured meant something. I stepped into the middle. Someone counted down. 3, 2, 1. Half flash. That moment froze forever, and something inside me snapped. I need to say something. I didn't even realize I'd said it out loud until the noise around me started to quiet. My heart was pounding so hard it felt like my chest might cave in. My hands were shaking. I could feel every pair of eyes turning toward me. This wasn't how I imagined it. Actually, I never imagined I'd have the courage to do it at all. My mom tilted her head, confused but still smiling. What is it? I swallowed. There was still time to back out. I could laugh it off. Say it was a joke. Say I was just emotional. Keep the lie alive. But then I looked at them. Really looked. At the lines on my dad's face that weren't there a few years ago. At my mom's hands, rough from years of work. At the pride in their eyes. And I realized something that hit harder than any fear I had. The lie wasn't protecting them. It was using them. I didn't graduate. The words felt unreal as they left my mouth, like they didn't belong to me. For a second, no one reacted. It was like the world paused. Then someone laughed nervously. What? I shook my head, my voice barely steady. I'm serious. I didn't graduate. I dropped out 3 years ago. Silence. Not the quiet kind. The heavy kind. The kind that presses on your chest and makes it hard to breathe. My mom's smile didn't fade right away. It just froze. Like her mind hadn't caught up yet. My dad blinked. What are you saying? I failed my classes? I said, the words coming faster now, like they'd been waiting too long. I couldn't keep up. I didn't tell you. I thought I could fix it before you found out, but I didn't. I just kept lying. And no one moved. Even the music had stopped. I'm not a graduate? I said. All of this, it's not real. My mom took a step back. Not dramatic, not loud, just one small step. But it felt like the ground disappeared under me. You're joking? She said, her voice thin. This is a joke. I shook my head again. I'm sorry. That's when her face changed. The pride disappeared first. Then the confusion. And what replaced it, I don't think I'll ever forget. It wasn't anger. It was something worse. Hurt, deep, quiet, devastating hurt. My dad didn't say anything. He just stared at me like he was trying to recognize someone he thought he knew. You lied for 3 years, he finally said. I nodded. I didn't know how to tell you. That's what you chose, he asked, his voice sharper now. Not telling us. I was scared. So you thought this was better. He gestured around at the decorations, the food, the people. This. I didn't have an answer. Because there wasn't one. My aunt quietly started ushering people away. Conversations turned into whispers. One by one, the crowd disappeared, leaving behind half-eaten plates and an atmosphere that felt completely different from just minutes ago. The celebration was over. Just like that, my mom sat down slowly in one of the folding chairs, staring at the ground. All this time, she murmured. We told everyone. Her voice broke. I know, I said, stepping toward her. I'm so sorry. She didn't look up. I defended you, she said. When people asked why you didn't visit much, why you were always busy, I told them, my child is working so hard. Each word felt like it was cutting deeper. I believed you. I wanted to be that person, I said, my voice cracking. I really did. I just couldn't keep up. And then it got too big to fix. My dad let out a long breath, running a hand over his face. You should have told us. I know. We would have helped you. I know. But you didn't give us that chance. That one hit the hardest. Because he was right. This wasn't just about failing school. It was about shutting them out, replacing trust with a performance. For years, I thought you'd be disappointed, I said quietly. My mom finally looked up at me. We are disappointed, she said. No yelling, no dramatic anger. Just the truth. And somehow, that hurt more. But not because you failed, she continued. Because you thought we only loved you if you succeeded. I felt my throat tighten. That's exactly what you thought, she said. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been so afraid to tell us. I didn't argue. Because she was right too. I didn't want to let you down, I whispered. She shook her head. You already did. Not when you failed, but when you lied. Silence fell again. But this time, it was different. Not explosive, just empty. My dad walked over, picking up one of the graduation decorations, a cheap banner that read, Congrats, grad. He stared at it for a moment, then slowly took it down. I don't even know what to say to people, he muttered. You don't have to say anything, I said. He looked at me. For 3 years, you made us look like fools. I flinched. I'm sorry. The words felt small, useless, but they were all I had. Another long pause. Then my mom spoke again, softer this time. Are you working? She asked. I nodded. Yeah. Different jobs. I've been getting by. Are you going back to school? I want to, I said. I just didn't know how to face you first. She looked at my dad, then back at me. You should have started there. I nodded, tears finally slipping out. I know. The night had fully settled now. The decorations looked out of place. The food had gone cold, and the moment they had dreamed about for years was gone. Not postponed, not delayed. Gone. But something else was there too. Something small, fragile, real. My dad sighed again, this time quieter. No more lies, he said. I replied. No matter what? I promise. He studied my face for a long moment, like he was trying to decide whether to believe me again. That trust wasn't coming back overnight. I could see that, feel that, but it wasn't completely gone either. Then we start from here, he said. Not forgiveness. Not yet, but not the end either. My mom stood up slowly. You're still our child, she said. That doesn't change. I let out a breath I didn't realize I'd been holding for years. But things are different now, she added. I nodded. I understand. And I did, because the truth doesn't just set things free. Sometimes it breaks things first. That night, we cleaned up in silence. No music, no laughter, just the sound of plates being stacked and decorations being taken down, piece by piece, just like the life I had pretended to build. But for the first time in years, I wasn't pretending anymore. And somehow, even in the middle of everything I had just lost, that felt like the beginning of something real.